Hello, everyone. So, welcome to the new YouTube channel. This is just going to be a YouTube channel of random things that I enjoy and like, some things from our life, just some things to kind of keep track of, like a virtual scrapbook, I guess.
My name is Phil. I have my own channel. It's called Phil Frontier. It will be starting up very soon. I'm not much of a Disney adult, but this might I might never beat the allegations again. But my family just always went. It was since I was really little. We always loved it. We stayed at all the hotels. We did all the rides. It's just like a tradition now.
This is Phoebe. She is a teacup Yorkie. She is a party Yorkie. That's why she's white.
She likes to party.
Parti. She is freakishly small. She's 2.5 to 3 pounds. 3 pounds on a good day.
Say something to the microphone.
And she is an amazement. Everyone loves her.
And she loves everyone.
She does.
This is Maggie. Say hi, Maggie. She's a standard poodle.
The first time I went with my family, and it was amazing. We had a great time. We didn't stay on park property, and my siblings were little, so it was just kind of like we didn't get to do as much as you could have without kids. So it was my first time being able to stay in the Disney bubble and do a lot of things. Like, I never got to see Hollywood Studios. I didn't see a lot of Disney at that time, so I like to count this as my first Disney trip, which it's technically not, but it kind of is. Now, this was actually...
It was my 20th time going.
So, believe it or not...
I've been going almost every year since I was 4 years old. I still remember the first time.
So, this video today is going to kind of reflect our experiences from my first to his
20th.
So, we're going to go through each park, and then we're going to take it category by category. So we're going to go ambiance, rides, food. But so to start, Phil, you can start your ambiance of Magic Kingdom. Okay, right. Magic Kingdom. So ambiance, I love it. Like, you're so immersed. It just makes you feel like you're a kid again. Like, just the feel of the park, and it's just happy.
There, it's just the most magical place you can be, at least in my experience this last time. Everyone there just has such a sparkle in their eye. It's everyone's first park. It's almost a rule of Disney World where if you're going, Magic Kingdom's the first. Just when you're walking down the street, it's all families and kids and now adults and stuff. It's just everyone's got their eyes up. Everyone's got a plan to get into it.
And we went at Christmas time, so we went to it's Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
Very Merry Christmas Party.
Yes. So that was really cool. What did you think about that?
Oh, I mean, it was great, but we were really cold.
Yeah. So, and one thing to preface for you guys as well, we are from the north. We are from upstate New York. It's cold up here. It's still cold up here, and it is almost spring. But we were expecting, we're going to Florida. Like, I brought, all the whole summer attire. Not prepared for it to be cold in the mornings and nights. During the day, it was perfect temperature. During the day, it wasn't
it was
too
55
hot.
And sunny, no rain.
Yeah, 55, 65, but it wasn't skirt, shorts weather. It was chillier than we thought it was going to be. But it was end of November, early December. Okay, so my feel of the ambiance of Magic Kingdom. Now, Magic Kingdom is my favorite. I feel like it's, at the time, just freshly leaving the trip, Magic Kingdom's my favorite. So, it definitely, I'm going to sound so cheesy, but it definitely is magical. It feels magical. You can just, feel the excitement in the air. You're walking around, you're so immersed. I loved Fantasyland. One thing, so that first trip I did not get to see Fantasyland really. This time, seeing Fantasyland for the first time, I loved it. I thought it was so cute. It's so fun. Tomorrowland isn't my favorite.
Tomorrowland kind of sucks.
Tomorrowland wasn't my favorite. I do love Space Mountain, but it whips you around, and the older I get, the harder it is to ride something that whips you that hard. Like when I rode it this time, I was like, I was very surprised by how intense it actually is for like the turns and stuff on it. And you don't see it coming, so it's like more. And then after not being in the park as much, I wouldn't say Magic Kingdom is my favorite, but it's up there. But I definitely feel the most like excitement when I'm there. Also because it's the first park we go to.
You got the castle, man. Like,
You got the
you
castle.
walk in and there's this glorious castle in Main Street. Just watching her made me feel so much more joy. I used to be so cynical walking into Magic Kingdom.
Now rides. Phil, you want to start with Magic Kingdom rides?
The rides are kick ass, man. Like, you got so many different kinds. You have all the boat rides, the dark rides, the roller coasters, even if they're small. Tron's great, although we didn't do Tron.
We didn't do Tron this
But
time.
I did it my last
I was
time.
a little nervous. I kind of was like dragging my feet to go on that. Favorite ride?
It's definitely Seven Dwarfs Mine Train nowadays.
That ride is so fun. It's short. It is a little too short, but it is so good. It is so fun. We got to go on Tiana's, which was really fun. And I think they did a really good job. There was some, like one of the animatronics didn't work. And there was like some spots where it felt like they could have added a little bit more to it. But we also rode it at night, so you can't see everything as much. And, like, I don't know. Splash Mountain had so much in it that it kind of feels like it's not as much as that. But, like, where they take you underneath and you're supposed to be small, that was super cool. The end scene was beautiful. So the Christmas party was the coldest night of the whole trip.
It was like 30 degrees.
It was cold, and I was in like these overalls, shorts, and like a tube top.
The fit was fire, but it didn't work.
But it was cold, and so I had this sweatshirt. So we actually did buy matching sweatshirts, and I hunted the whole park to find these sweatshirts, and then found them in Epcot in Britain.
The UK section.
And anyways, so we had sweatshirts, but like, we were cold, and then we got on Tiana's because we weren't going to go and say we didn't ride it. Like, we had to ride it, but the family pushed us to the front of the ride. We were in the front. We were soaked, and then we were freezing. And then so we spent like $70 on a pair of sweatpants, and then I got a pair of sweatpants. It was like another $70.
We spent like $250
I bought socks. Like, I was so cold.
My biggest issue with Tiana's and all the new stuff they're adding, it has no sauce. It doesn't have the Disney magic that used to be there. There's no style. There's no swag. Like, Tiana's was great, but you can tell that it was replacing something they didn't want to replace. Like, they didn't put in maximum effort on it.
Well, it was done very fast.
It was
too.
done. They turned it around in like 9 months because you can't keep that close.
Yeah, it's such a good ride.
There's no sauce or swag at all.
And the line is long for that ride, but there's so many carts, and they just keep just shoveling people on there.
It's
so
a huge
it really
people eater.
Yeah. Okay, so your least favorite ride, Magic Kingdom.
It had to be probably Winnie the Pooh. It's starting to really show its age. Where in a lot of rides in Disney World, they're not keeping up with the maintenance. Half of Winnie the Pooh wasn't working, and everything was just static and not moving around.
I thought it was cute, but I've never gone on it before.
It's a great ride. My little cousin loved that ride, but it was my favorite at one. Well, not my number one, but it was a great ride at one point, and now it's just needs work.
I love Haunted Mansion. I think it's a really fun ride. I love how they do the mirror effect. It's just like, and I didn't know that, like, how it was done the first time I rode it. I didn't know, when I first went to Disney, when I went with my family, like, I didn't know how immersive the rides actually were. I had never been to parks where they really, like, outdo themselves. And it just riding Disney rides for the first time I went there, I just didn't know that things were like that. I didn't know things could be like that. It was just amazing. Like, it's so cool to be that immersed in something and have that much detail. And that's what really originally made me fall in love with Disney. Now, when I went that time, I definitely fell in love with the park. But it wasn't like I was leaving like, all right, I have to keep going and I'm gonna get all the Loungeflies and ears and stuff. But then going with a Disney family, like him and
We are a Disney family.
his sister.
My sister got married there.
His mom and his dad. I fell in love with a whole new part of it, and now I'm like, okay, like give me that. Like I'm gonna drop some money on some Loungeflies and ears for this trip. It's different when you go with someone who like really knows it.
And I know every single fact and detail about everything of this park. You could tell I'm an Epcot kid because of like the little something's a little bit. My whole life has just been around Disney World. Like I'm so obsessed with fish and aquariums, probably because of the seas and. There's all the stuff in there. Like, I used to spend so much time just in the aquarium watching the manatees, and those are the same manatees that were there when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Just the history of the parks, you just go so in depth with it.
Yeah, and then so back on the topic of
we're just
freestyling. Back on the topic of rides in Magic Kingdom. I also do love Pirates a lot. We got one of the Magic Candle Company Pirates candles afterwards, and it's really cool because it just like takes you right back. But I will say I have a hard time with certain rides because I get claustrophobic, and it can mess with my anxiety sometimes. So a lot of the trip I was like in like I don't think it interfered with the trip at all, but like there was a lot of moments in lines where I was like getting like freaking out a little bit, like having to fight through some anxiety. There was a lot of moments in rides where I was claustrophobic. But I mean, the way I look at it is with those rides, it's worth it. Like it's like just push through because it's worth it and it's great. And like going on Pirates, especially because we went to Magic Kingdom first, we went to Pirates first. Pirates was the first ride I had.
Law of the land.
Yeah.
You walk into Magic Kingdom, you turn left.
I hadn't been on a ride in a very long time at that time, so I was nervous, and I was getting nervous in line. I always get nervous in lines. And then, it's really fun going on Pirates first because I was a little claustrophobic at first, and then as soon as that room opens up, it's just like... It's so cool. Okay, so food, Magic Kingdom. We really didn't eat much in Magic Kingdom this trip. We got spicy Mickey waffles. Well, we got Mickey waffles. What was the place called?
Ooh. Let me pull up the map real quick. It was Sleepy Hollow we went to.
Yeah. We only did this when we split off. We went to Magic Kingdom and got some quick service. But it was... Nutella and berries and whipped cream on one of the Mickey waffles, and then it was spicy chicken on the other one.
Demolish that.
They were very, very
good. For a
good.
reasonable price. It was like $10.
Oh, yeah, it was. So when you're in Magic Kingdom, I mean, we didn't try any other quick service, but that's a good quick service that we enjoyed, and it was just... we barely waited, and it was really good. Okay, so overall ranking for Magic Kingdom... when I wrote this script, gave it first place, but I'm going to give it some thought before I give that my final ranking. Right now, it's in between 1 and 2. Philip?
It's between 2 and 3 for me.
2 and 3. 2 and 3, okay. Epcot. So, I will say that after leaving the trip now, I miss Epcot. And I am most excited to go back to Epcot. First, we'll start with ambiance. Phil, you want to start?
Dude, I'm an Epcot kid, and Epcot is not the same anymore. Like, all the work they did in the center of the park was for basically nothing. They got rid of the Fountain of Nations for, what was it, like a stage? And then you have the Connections Cafe, and what's the other name of that place? I don't know, they're all Apple stores. I miss Mouse Gears. I miss Innoventions.
I didn't know
all of the sauce. The sauce of Epcot is lost.
I love Epcot.
Epcot's still awesome.
Yeah.
I love the World Showcase. I love every ride there. I disagree with Guardians being there, but Guardians is still a great ride.
I feel like Guardians should be in Tomorrowland.
It was, yeah.
I don't think they have space to even put
or
it
it
over
could be
there,
an MGM. Or,
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
or
Hollywood
It
Studios.
could be in Hollywood Studios.
We also did not have Test Track.
Yeah,
Because
Test Track was being
closed.
worked on, which is sad. The ball was cool.
We did every ride except Figment and Guardians.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh, I loved Ratatouille. Oh my god. I mean, there's some people who just like don't really like Ratatouille, and I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I had a great time. I thought the smells were really cool. I loved the room where you're in the fridge and there's all the little like mouse eyes looking at you. I loved that.
The best part about
love
Ratatouille is it did not replace anything. It's a brand new attraction.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, why did they replace the Maelstrom for Frozen? I loved the Maelstrom.
Which I thought Frozen was a good ride. My only complaints with it is when we went, Elsa was not working. Her big animatronic where it does the big like let it go, it wasn't working.
She's frozen like this.
Yeah. And Frozen.
She didn't work the last time I went either. She only worked back in 2017.
And then the wind effect didn't work, which I didn't know was a thing until he told me.
I was like, where's the wind?
Yeah.
It worked on the Maelstrom.
So there was some things that weren't working. We did rope drop that ride. We didn't have a fast pass for it. We were lucky enough to stay at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. His family went
Shout
all out.
Dad.
So we got to rope drop early. When you stay at the deluxe resorts, you get in an hour earlier. So, which we didn't even, like, we were just up. Like, we were just awake. And we were
wake
like,
up at 7 o'clock all the time.
We were like, let's just go in the park. We went in the park, and I hadn't eaten anything, and I just had coffee. And
we
then
had like 2 coffees.
Yeah, and so we're already like, oh wow, we're at rope drop. That's cool. Like we got to the bus early, and we were like, I guess we're making rope drop. And then we're like, well, let's go to Frozen because we don't have a fast pass for it.
I
Might
suggested
as well.
it because I know all of the secret knowledge. I know what you need to know. I'm going to start a consultation business.
So we're like speed walking to Frozen. And we're in the faster group, but we're definitely not in the front. And we turn around, and it's just like a wall.
It's the Walking Dead.
It's a wall of zombies behind us.
There's
like,
everyone running fast,
quick,
and then
too.
there's the speed walkers, and then there's the strollers.
Which we were in the speed walkers. And then we make it to Frozen, and we didn't have to, like, the line we had to wait in was, like, less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, we were at the boats.
We were just moving through. But, like, I don't know if it was because we were up early, walked really fast, had just coffee, no food, or if it was a combination of all of it. But we get in that room, and then, like, when you were in the Frozen line, it's dark. Like, it feels like it's nighttime, and my body, like, freaked out. Like, I was like, Phil, I'm gonna pass out.
She turned around and looked at me, and it was like...
Oh, sorry about that. So something happened, and my camera just, like, turned off, and then now it's not connecting back to my computer, so we're gonna have to do this through my webcam.
Not even showing up.
So... just so you guys know, this is all a learning process. I don't know what I'm doing. Neither of us do. We're just kind of going for it
I'm a
for
plumber.
fun.
I don't work with this stuff.
The goal of all this is so I can eventually know what I'm doing. I really want to be editing videos in the future. So we were talking about Epcot. We didn't get to try as much food as I wanted to as far as quick service and eating around the world. But the food at Le Cellier was pretty good.
It's not as good as last time.
I didn't go last time.
The last time that I went there, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was my favorite of the whole trip.
I don't know, but from someone who went for the first time, it was good. I enjoyed it. Got to try bison. Bison's really good. An overall rank of Epcot, when I wrote the script, I gave it 4th. But I've missed Epcot the most out of everything. So it's up there between 1 and 2 with Magic Kingdom for me. Like, I'm most excited to go back for Magic Kingdom and Epcot.
It's usually always been my number 1 or 2, but when I wrote this script, I put it at 4th, but it's got Living with the Land. That's my favorite ride, so I'm going to put it at 3 for this trip.
Smile.
This was actually my first time going to Hollywood Studios. When I went before, I never got to go, so this was all new experiences for me, and I really enjoyed it. I really thought it was fun. I grew up on Toy Story, so like Toy Story Land was super cool. Slinky Dog was great. Slinky Dog was a ton of fun. Quick service we had was good too. We ate
commissary.
We ate commissary, and it was a buffalo chicken grilled cheese. I loved Rise of the Resistance. Rise of the Resistance was a really good ride. Had a ton of fun on it. It was just so cool. I'd never been on anything like that before. There was a guy vlogging on there, so I wonder if he'll see this. That's pretty funny.
I would love to see that video.
Yeah, we have not been able to find
There's
that
definitely
video.
pictures of my dad in the back just looking at him.
I loved Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. That one was fun. It was super, super cute. I appreciate that it was a short pre-show. I did not like
Star Tours.
Star Tours made me sick. I see the appeal of it, but it just made me so motion sick. I did not feel good after. Toy Story was my favorite. Toy Story Mania.
Toy Story Mania
Toy
is
Story
the best ride in the
Mania
park.
was really fun. I loved that. It's fun to be able to be competitive, like with your family too. I really liked that.
I always top score.
Hollywood wasn't my favorite, but I enjoyed it. It was a cool first experience. I want to go to the restaurant where you get to watch a movie when you're in the car.
Yeah, the little drive-in.
Yeah.
The food's alright. It's cool watching the movies.
What's your take on Hollywood?
Always been my least favorite. It always will be. I mean, I like Mickey and Minnie's. I like Star Wars Land and Toy Story Land, but you lost the Great Movie Ride. You lost the Backlot Tour. You lost Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah, we didn't get to go on that. And it would have been my only time ever being able to ride it, so I'm a little upset about that. I
had a ton of fun going with you, because Toy Story is awesome. Star Wars, Rise of the Resistance is just a marvel of engineering, but
we didn't go on Millennium
Disney
Falcon.
killed Star Wars in my opinion.
I don't do drop towers. I've never really liked drop towers, so we didn't do Tower of Terror. But it's not like I'm saying it's a bad park. I loved the park still. It just wasn't my favorite park.
It still beats anything from Six Flags, man.
Oh my god, yeah.
Hollywood has always had an identity crisis.
Mhm. But
I like the whole left side of the park with Indiana Jones leading Star Wars.
we didn't do Indiana Jones this time though.
That show's really cool. You'd like it.
Yeah, we will eventually. But yeah, we only did one food thing there. We'll try it next time. I'm gonna put this last on my list today. I ranked it third here, but I'm gonna put this last on my list today.
I'm putting it last too.
So the next one is Animal Kingdom. We got to go on the Wild Safari Trek, where if you don't know what that is, they take you back, like, not just, like, Kilimanjaro Safaris takes you into the safari area and you look around and stuff. This was like you're not on the bus for the most part. You're out and walking. You rope up into the hippo enclosure. You stand and look over the hippos. Then they take you on rope bridges over the hippos and over the alligators, which was really, really, really cool.
It was the highlight of the whole trip.
That was an amazing experience. And then after that, they take you on the bus through the Kilimanjaro Safari, but you get to go like in it. Like you can go deeper in, and you can still see the buses like going by and stuff. But then they take you out to a little food place. What did they call it?
They called it the Boma.
They called it the Boma. Yeah.
It means safe place.
Yeah, they take you out to the Boma and they give you this little tin with
I wanted to keep the
lunch.
tin.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was so cute. And the hummus was amazing. The hummus was the best hummus I've ever had.
It was the granola bar that was the best
The granola bar was like this date granola bar. It was so good. It was like not overly sweet. It was really, really good. An amazing experience. Just so much fun.
So worth the money. It was like $200 a person, I think. So worth it.
It was so much fun.
We got to see alligators like bite each other.
There was one guy went over them and they started fighting like while he was over them, which I guess is very normal. Like the alligators.
I was soy facing the whole time.
Animal Kingdom in general is a really cool park. I got to see the Lion King show for the first time, and that was really cool. I saw the macaw show for the first time, and that was super, super
and
cool.
The other bird show too.
And the other bird show. So like when
Feathered Friends in Flight.
Yeah. I went to Animal Kingdom before. We didn't go on all that much. We did Kilimanjaro Safari. But I did Everest because I split off with my little brother, and I didn't know anything about it. I was just like, I was more into roller coasters at that time. I'm not really anymore. But I was just like, oh, the big coaster here. And so, so my sister scarred me. She was much older than me. She scarred me when I was a kid, taking me on the Big Bad Wolf at Busch Gardens. So I, by proxy, had to scar my little brother with a big roller coaster. And I looked, and there's a big roller coaster there. Which, actually, no, I did look up Everest before.
It's the big mountain.
Yeah. So, but I did want to go on it. So I took Cohen on there. Had to scar him a little bit with a coaster. I also took him on dinosaurs before this. So I don't know why he trusted me, because he was 6
Dinosaurs
at
is a pretty
time.
scary ride.
And dinosaurs is a pretty intense ride. But we got on Everest, and we get to the top. And well, like, we get up into the ride, and then it takes you where the track is broken, and I grab his arm, I go, Cohen, oh my god, the ride is broken, and then you go backwards, and
my dad did the same thing to me. This kid's just making the height limit.
Yeah, he's just making the height limit. He was a pretty little kid, too. I went on Everest then, and we did Kilimanjaro Safari, but I think I did dinosaurs, and I don't think I did much else besides that in Animal Kingdom. So this time there was a lot of new experiences, which I know there's not really as many rides in Animal Kingdom.
Not really about the rides.
It's more about the animals. Yeah. Oh, so I did the boat. What's the boat called? The Navi. I did the Navi River Journey then too, which was, I loved that. The Navi River Journey was actually one of the rides that and Pirates made me really fall in love with the rides at Disney, because I didn't think rides like that were even possible. Like, it's just so, every little detail, it's just so perfect, and I love, I don't care for the Avatar movies.
Nobody cares about the Avatar.
I love the Navi River Journey. I think it's so cool. And then I got to go on Flight of Passage for the first time, which was really cool. I really, really, really liked Flight of Passage. That was a very fun ride. But yeah, I mean, I loved Animal Kingdom. I wish we got to eat in Animal Kingdom more. We only had, I think we had loaded tots or something like that.
It was mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah, we had, barbecue mac and cheese.
It was just at one of the stands. It was
good. It was good.
The coffee was pretty good.
Yeah, that's the one place where I actually enjoyed the coffee. A lot of the coffee I did not like, but the Shaken Jamaican cold brew I thought was good. The Christmas stuff was really cool.
I loved all the Christmas stuff.
I'll attach that video of the little penguin guy. I'll put that up here.
There's a guy just walking around playing the violin.
Yeah, we had a great time with the Christmas stuff. Very cool. Very, very cool. I really like Animal Kingdom, and it was even cooler that we stayed at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, so it was just we were very immersed in Animal Kingdom for the whole time, eating at Boma, and then eating at that other restaurant. Jiko. Oh, it was
that
good.
Had some kick-ass food. The best part about Animal Kingdom is the little walking trails.
Yeah.
I love Gorilla Falls.
You saw that big fish for the first time? You've never seen that fish before.
There's a fish by the Tree of Life. There's a blue catfish, and it's huge. It's like the size of Maggie.
And it just so happens that this is his first time, being a fisherman and going to Disney.
Yeah, I'm an avid fisherman now.
And we got African cichlids.
I got 6 cichlids. I have a pleco, Semidontis catfish. I'm putting some angelfish in there. Mm-hmm. But the reason I got the African cichlids is because of the Gorilla Falls Trail.
Yeah, so it's cool. Okay, so that's pretty much. I mean, Animal Kingdom is pretty small. Oh, that was my first time on Bugs Life too, which is sad that they're getting rid of it. But I'm glad I got to do it before they do get rid of it. My only complaint is they shot out so much smoke that I was like I started hyperventilating because I was like, there's not enough air in here, but it's fine. It was fun. It was really cool. It was a cute show. Really like Flight of Passage, but I think it's not really worth a huge wait line.
Yeah, people wait 2-3 hours.
People wait a long time for it, but I don't think it's super.
When that ride first opened, there were 5-6 hour waits for it.
Yeah. Which it's cool, but it is a ride simulator. If it was a coaster or something, then I would get it. Oh, and the Lion King show interacted with my Magic Band. I did put that in here. I forgot about that. That was really cool. I had one of the Magic Bands that lights up, so that was really cool. Oh. Okay, so Animal Kingdom overall ranking, I would say, I would say I'd give it third. I love it, and there's nothing against it, but it's just what I'm missing right now isn't as much of the stuff in Animal Kingdom.
It's definitely my first place. I love Animal Kingdom. I can stay there all day.
I do. Yeah.
I could just
That's
walk around
really
those
hard.
trails.
Honestly, my top, like, I know that Hollywood Studios is in fourth place, but it's hard between the top three. I'm gonna still think on that. That's not a definite place
Old
yet.
Epcot was my number one favorite park of all time. New Epcot, second or third.
What's your favorite rides of every park?
Magic Kingdom, as it stands, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which is super surprising. Epcot, Living with the Land. Rise of the Resistance is the best in Hollywood Studios. And with Animal Kingdom, it's not really about the rides. If it had to be a ride, it would be Expedition Everest. But I put down the Gorilla Falls Trail because you got the fish. You have there's a whole pond full of fish.
We didn't go on
And there's
Expedition
gorillas.
Everest this time.
Huge fan of the gorillas.
Finally get to see them live.
Yeah, I finally got to see them live.
My favorite ride in Magic Kingdom was in between Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Big Thunder Mountain. This was my first time riding Big Thunder Mountain, and I thought it was so much fun. As much as it hurts, I love a ride that whips you around a little bit. I think it's really fun. So I was definitely in between the two. Epcot was definitely Ratatouille. I was extremely excited to go on Ratatouille, and I thought it really held up, and I don't care that some people don't like it and think it's not worth it. I love it, and it's more room for me. And then I wrote Slinky Dog for Hollywood Studios, but I think you're right. I mean, as much I love Slinky Dog, but Rise of the Resistance is just such a cool, creative, like, just unique ride, and the acting and the immersion in it, it's just so cool. So I would say that's my favorite for Hollywood Studios. For Animal Kingdom, I would say it's probably Navi River Journey. I love Navi River Journey. I think it's beautiful.
It is
so
beautiful. That's a respectable
that would probably
opinion.
be my favorite there.
If that ride was 1 minute longer, it would be the best ride in all of Disney World.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ride. I wrote here Magic Kingdom as my favorite park, but I think I want to take that back, and I think my favorite park might actually be Epcot.
I am very proud of you for that. I wish you would have gotten to experience original Epcot.
I feel like Epcot has a little
original
piece
for me.
of everything in there. I love food, and the fact that there's so many options there, and there's just like so many different ways you can do it, and the shopping and everything. I love that. I think, like, with the fact that there's an aquarium there, and then they also have the greenhouse, I think it's just a really great family place. Like, a lot of people think, oh, Epcot, I'm just gonna go drink around the world. But there's just so much more to Epcot than that, and I got to try so much more. Like I said before, I didn't ride any rides in Epcot when I went before. So being able to ride in the ball, and what's the actual name of it?
Spaceship Earth.
And riding Spaceship Earth was
Goated
really
ride.
cool. I really love Epcot.
You don't even need to defend your opinion on Epcot.
Yeah, there's so many beautiful spots in Epcot, and I really actually miss it. Like, I want to be there right now. Okay, your favorite?
It's got to be Animal Kingdom for me, but
Yeah.
old Epcot was just something special.
Mm-hmm.
Old Epcot was the best. That, like, defined who I was when I was between the ages of 4 and 19.
Those are our winners. Epcot and...
Animal Kingdom for me.
Great. Now, our big announcement. We have officially planned or are planning a Disney trip. So, yay.
Now I can never beat the allegations.
Yay.
My friends are going to believe
This
me.
one is just us. We went with the family before. We were lucky enough to be in a family that gave us a Disney trip. Extremely thankful for that. I mean, and after the wedding and everything, we figured that it was going to be a while before we got to all go back as a family. So we're like, why not we just go back just us? Because I miss it. And I don't want to wait a couple years to go back. I want to go back as soon as possible. So we planned a
9
trip.
months later.
Yeah, we planned a trip for this September. Since we're doing it just us, we are still in our 20s. We're still gonna do it on a budget. So we're staying at Art of Animation. We're going for a week. We're going in September because it is a cheaper month to go. It's gonna be pretty hot, but that's okay.
It's gonna be hot and rainy. But
Yeah, but that's okay.
You
know what? It's okay. I'll bring a poncho. I'm gonna wear my Crocs anyway. So
I'm gonna need to get some kind of water shoe. I'm notorious for wearing only sneakers.
We're extremely excited, and I'm excited to. Honestly, what I'm most excited for is being able to have more quick service. I didn't get to have a lot of quick service before, and there's so many, and we're going during Food and Wine. That's what I'm most excited for, is being able, I think that's why I'm thinking about Epcot so much, is because of the Food and Wine Festival. We love our wine, and I can't wait to try the different foods that they put out and use the little passport and go all around and have different foods. I'm extremely excited.
I've been during Food and Wine multiple times.
I just want to, make a little vlog, a documentary of our trip and the planning of it and all the memories that go along with this. It's going to be something that is really nice to hold on to. We're going to have for the rest of our lives, and just being able to have video of these experiences, I'm extremely excited about. So you guys are on this journey with us, with this channel. I don't know what I'm doing. I am just filming for fun. As you can see, the camera just stopped working and now we're on my webcam. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're learning throughout this, and hopefully I'll know enough by that time where we can make a really good video. This is our first vacation. That's just us. Vacation. This is our first vacation. So we've never planned anything ourselves like this before. I mean, his family did the whole Disney trip. I know exactly how to do it. But we're going to share a journey with that, with you guys. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, please give me your recommendations, and I would love to hear any feedback from any of you.
I'll have my own video coming out shortly.
Yep, so
on my channel, Phil Frontier.
Subscribe to AprilCat111. Subscribe to Phil Frontier if you want to follow us on our journey and see more about our trips and give us some suggestions or whatever. Interact with us. We would love it.